Hey everyone, this is Laurel from the Dabbling Hook, and this really needs to be quick, like I say all the time, but it really needs to be quick because one, I don't have any finished objects. I don't think so, or not with me, and there wasn't any. It wasn't a lot anyway, so I've been starting things a whole lot, like legit startitis. Not really getting much done. So, what are we doing? I'll just show you a few of the things that I've started and casted on, hooked on. I think we're still working on that, right? What we call a started crochet project. Anyway, things that I've hooked on and casted on. What I'm working on, that's the same thing. Wow, I'm all over the place. I'm stressed out because not work stuff anymore, thank the Lord, and thank you very much everyone for your well wishes and concern about my little woe is me moment that I had last time. Everything so far is working out, so thank goodness. I'm stressed out because I'm looking over here and I'm looking at my stash and the mess that I have. I tried to take some before pictures and I did a little bit of cleaning up. I took things that I had just tossed in a corner as I was making stuff off the floor and put them up, but I still have so much here and it seems to be like encroaching. So anyway, I'm trying to clean my stash, basically is what I'm trying to say, and work through or go through the stuff I started that are in so many bags. Yeah, it's legit stressing me out. So, and Minion One just said, I came back from running an errand and he said, why do I have so many packages? Because I think I went a little crazy and ordered stuff, not all yarn related, but I did a lot of ordering over the holidays or before the holidays. So they're all coming in now. So there've been a lot of packages, a lot of Amazon boxes and stuff. Anyway, enough, more rambling from me. What do I have? Oh, the other thing I'm going to talk about is the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so stay tuned for that. And just as an FYI, I'm never going to put like giveaway in my titles. One, I don't want anyone coming and subscribing just for the giveaway. I share what I do. I love to share it. I love to I watch so many of you guys. You have no idea. I watch. This is the first year that I've not been able to keep up with the Vlogmases and all the other videos that people have put out because there's so many of us out there now. And I mean us by crocheters who, they've always been the knitting ones, but there's so many more crocheters that I wasn't able to keep up. So, which is such a good thing. But anyway, I don't want anyone coming just subscribing just for the giveaway. So I will never put it in the title. I will put when I do a winner, I'll put that out there. But other than that, I won't put any giveaway information in the title. So just FYI, in case that's why you're here. I hope you stay, but if not, completely up to you. So now I have to pause because Minion One's calling me. Hold. Okay. Hopefully I didn't lose my previous footage because it hung up on me or it disconnected. Anyway, what was I saying? I do not recall. Giveaways, stuff. Oh, I'm still in a mode. So anyway, and like I said, looking over here stresses me out. Oh, so the first thing I'll talk about is I had mentioned that I had subscribed or purchased the Lady Diane's collaboration. It was called a Winter Solstice. So thank you. Somebody mentioned it and reminded me what it was, and I can't remember who it was, but thank you. And this was supposed to have shipped in the beginning of December, and I never got mine. And I contacted her. It turned out she mailed it to a different town that is close to where I live, or the name is close to where I live. So anyway, it went to the wrong place. Oh, good Lord. Minion 2 is now calling me. Please hold. Oh my God. So I told Minion 2 to not call me again because I'm recording, and his response was rude. Children, teenagers. Anyway, as I was saying for the umpteenth time, so my package went AWOL, and she finally, after I said, "Can you tell me where you mailed it, or can you give me the tracking number?" So when she looked, yeah, she sent it to the wrong town, so she had to ship it again, and it finally got here. I finally picked it up. So in there was, excuse me while I bend. 1, 2, 3, 5. So it was between 5 people, I believe. So there was a pattern from Brooklyn Boy Knits. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, Louis Boria or Boria. His picture, he's the one whose picture was taken on the train by some Broadway actress. I forget what her name is. And then it went viral, so he kind of blew up. And so it's a pattern for his hat, and it is in, thankfully, worsted weight yarn. So this is it. So hopefully, once I finish a different knitted hat that I started, I will be working on this. So it wasn't an electronic pattern, so thankfully I have a scanner, so I'll scan it, and so I'll have it online available instead of paper. I don't remember the last time anyone gave me a paper pattern. The other thing that was in there was by Coffee by Kiki. They sent tea, and unfortunately for me, but fortunately for my mom, I'll be gifting it to her. It's this. I don't like peppermint tea at all. My throat is like, ugh, just thinking about it. I don't like it. Nope. So my mom does, so she'll be getting that. And actually, I haven't opened it, but I think it's loose leaf, and I don't think she does loose leaf toe. So actually, I might have to give her the infuser that Debbie gave me. Yeah, look at that. The other thing that was on there, first, this is what I'm doing with my pins. And can you tell who they belong to, most of them? Our very own Miss Crochet Luna, who, by the way, is also collaborating with Lady Di Yarn in her next collaboration. So, no, she's doing a collaboration, but she's also going to be at VK, Vogue Knitting Live, VKL. Her pins will be there with Lady Di Yarn. So, way to go, Claudia. But anyway, this is the pin that came with it. And it is by Nerdy Bird, who I'm not familiar with. Well, I'll have to look up, but it's a robot toaster. I don't know what it is, but it's the ball of yarn inside of it. So that one. There was also a stitch marker, which I put away. Yep, and I'm not going to pull it out. Maybe I'll take a picture and put it in. I think the stitch marker was supposed to be no. I'll put it in. I don't remember, but it was a small stitch marker, and I may have to change the lobster clasp on it because I don't like the little ones because I've got man hands. And I can't deal with the little ones. And the other thing was a skein of yarn from Lady Di Yarn. And it is it's blues and purples, basically. And I think I'll be giving this away because it's not my color, not my wheelhouse at all. So, who knows? We'll see what I do with that, but most likely will not stay with me. So that's what was in there, and I am taking way too long because this needs to be quick. The other thing I'm working on, my newest pattern that's not out yet. I've made a few, and a friend of ours saw it, and she requested one to purchase, so I'm working on that. And that just fell off the mountain of stuff that's stressing me out. The custom order I had for 2 scarves from somebody who had purchased from one of my craft fairs. I did the knitted one already, and then this is the crochet one, which I think may be a little too short. But I ran out of yarn, and the other skein that I found, which is why you need to buy as much as you can in a dye lot, and I didn't anticipate making a scarf and needing more than 2. So the one I have is a different dye lot, and it's lighter than this, so I couldn't use that. So I had to go out today, and I bought a whole new set of this Hometown USA in the gray color, Dallas gray, to start over again, because I can't add to this one because the dye lots are different. Okay, so there's that. Pardon the bending. There'll be a bit of that. The other thing I'm working on, I started a me project with the Malabrigo gorgeousness that I bought. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So it's just going to be a knitted hat. It's more practice for me to work with skinny yarns. And I swear, I think for hand-dyed yarns that's worsted, to me, it's really DK. It's so small. So small. But I am loving this. Oops. And it is after 4, and I'm stealing a few minutes from the end of the day at work to record this, because I started and light was going, and it's definitely going, so I had to turn on the light. Anyway, so this is my me project. No rush, but I need to stop saying that, because when I do, I end up taking forever. But it's Malabrigo, and it's for me, and I intend to hopefully finish it off this month, but not definitely before the end of February. There's that. The other thing I just pulled out of that, at one of my craft fairs, another vendor had come over. She does natural lotions and honey and all kinds of stuff like that, and I had forgotten my chapstick. I'm like, do you happen to have chapstick? She did, and I bought one, and it was almost delicious. There was no sweetness to it, but this one is pomegranate punch. It smells yummy. Oh, it smells so good. So much so that Minion 1 loved it, and he was just doing the Napoleon Dynamite with the chapstick all over. And then I ended up ordering him a set, all of his own. So we own about 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, and 3 of them he has. So I will put a link to her shop. Her name is escaping me, but her company name is Plainville Homestead, and it's just organic, all organic ingredients, and it smells so yummy. So I'll put her link below in case you want to check her out. What else am I doing? There's more. Oh, so in trying to clean up, I every once in a while, and here's Minion 1 calling me again, so I couldn't ignore him because he walked to the store and I had him pick me up something, so I guess I had to answer him. Anyway, I've been pulling leaflets. I don't know why, because you can get all the patterns online, but I realized I have a stack of them when I first started cleaning. But for this winter, I have handmade stuff in my front, and I'd made the pumpkins I had them out front in our front door, which we don't use to come in. We come in through our garage. I have pumpkins out there, which I need to swap out pretty soon. So I was thinking of something for spring, and I do have wreaths that, flower wreaths. I think I've shown them before, but I remembered this. So this is, what's it called? Just a toy box bunny. Nope, George the Giant Bunny. And I picked it up at AC Moore, and it's just been there, and I think it uses chunky yarn. Has to be, because it uses an 8mm hook, which I am not going to use that. But I have yarn that I need to use, so I've decided to make this, and I have a little table stand in the front where I have the pumpkins on. So I'm going to swap out the pumpkins once it's done for a spring bunny or whatever bunny, but just to sit out there. So it's a good way of using up scraps. So that's on. It's so stressing me out right now, but I'm all good. It's stressing me out, but I intend to clean. So she says. I'm a throwaway kind of person. I usually don't hold on to stuff, but for some reason with the yarn, I hate frogging things. I think it's my issue. So that's why I have so many bags of stuff. I hate frogging things. I usually make it work. I Tim gun it and I make it work, but I have too many bags there and I need to, yeah, it's getting in the way. Anyway, oh wait, before that, the other thing I started, speaking of whips, 2-3 years ago, I used to make a lot of Mermaid Tails, and I had started one in this. I had a request for one in these colors, and for some reason I didn't like how this was working out. So as you can see, I usually make them attached, but this one I was going to make flat and then seam, and maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but it wasn't speaking to me, so I put it aside. And it's been up there for probably over a good year, going on 2 years. It's got to be 2 years. So it's 3-stranded. And I think I have a picture of me trying to, I was doing a double strand hat and I didn't like the way the colors were working out. And I was almost done with it and I had to frog it. I had to rip it out. There was just no making that one work. So trying to frog 2 strands. I think I spent a good hour untangling it, but I did, and it's all wound up into a cake now, so I felt very accomplished doing that. So instead of frogging this and trying to separate 3 strands of yarn, and very sticky yarn at that, I figured I would just work straight from the project, and I started a corner to corner. So this is how far I got in basically a night, and I don't remember what time I started and how long it was, but it'll work up fast. I'm trying to go through lots of noise making. Hang on. Oh. So this, as it falls, excuse me, this is Stitch Studio Sunrise. It's a very hillowy, fuzzy yarn, so it sticks to itself, and it's paired with Karen Simply Soft. It's paired with Red Heart Super Saver. Is that Red Heart? Yeah, more Red Heart. So I'm going to see how far I can get with all these colors put together. I have quite enough of it. Some Bernat. And anything else in that color range, once I run out of this, anything else in that color range in my stash, I'm going to combine 3 strands of worsted to, excuse me, there's another Karen Simply Soft. This is one of my favorite colors in them, Pagoda, and there's also one I think called Peacock, but I like this dark teal. It's more of a green than what it's showing up on on camera, excuse me. So that's the plan, to turn the mermaid tail into a corner to corner, and we'll see. The last scrap corner to corner that I did, that I just had, and I apologize for any clinking and clanking. When I tell you there's a mess, I might throw in the pictures. It's a mess, and it's, like I said, it's stressing me out. Anyway, the last corner to corner scrap that I did, it was more of a, I put chunkies and worsted together, excuse me, and that's been on the back of the couch. It was like parked, just sitting there, and then I finally threw it on the back of the couch, and hubby's actually been using it quite a lot while he's on the couch. So I took a picture of him. I put it on Instagram too. You can't see his face, but he's definitely what's the word? He's amazed at how warm it is, and he's just loving the feel of it because it's got a good weight to it. Anyway, so that's another one. There are a lot of stuff there. Anyway, the other thing I'm working on, I've got Stitch dictionaries out because I made a Chevron Towel. What year is this? Almost 5 years ago. August of 2014, I think. And I've been meaning to do something else with it for the longest time, and it totally slipped my mind. And then with everyone making the Zines and Rogers Granny, sorry, excuse me, oh, that itches. The Granny Chevron, it just reminded me that I wanted to do something else with it. So I'll put in a picture of what I did back in 2014. It's just a basic Chevron cowl. But I'm trying to find the right chevron pattern that'll work for me, for what I'm trying to do with it. And oh, I just put them away. I had like 4 different yarns I've tried already. Not quite what I'm looking for, but that's one thing I'm working on, which I really shouldn't, because I have that hat and the scarves to work on, and then there's something else I'm working on as well at the same time. So I think I'm just a glutton for punishment. Anyway, did I say this was going to be fast? Oh, guess what moment that is again. Speaking of, so last time I had mentioned that I think Carota had asked, sorry, I don't remember her actual name, but she does go by Carota. She'd wondered if anyone really knew what that meant, the Columbo moment, and you guys did, which made me feel better because I thought I was the only one. I was dating myself and I thought I was the only one. It's funny how you always think you're the only one who does something or knows something, but you guys all did, which is pretty cool, and everyone knew what I was talking about with the, just one more thing. I love Columbo. So that was my Columbo moment. So what I just opened, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon with everyone ordering the mystery bags. So I actually went to Premier and got theirs. So it came double bagged, actually. So that was the outer. And then this actually says mystery bag. And I just ordered, of course, the super bulky. And it came, I think, 2 days ago, but I wasn't able to go to the post office until today. Oops. So... So I don't remember, is it a pound of, I don't know, this does not look super bulky. No, this is a number 5, so I guess they threw in a little extra. Oh, this is cool because, not cool as in cool yarn, but cool because I was actually wanting to make another hedgehog. So this is, Lash Luxe. Basically a fun fur yarn hedgehogs. I just keep adding to the pile. But what I ended up getting that they sent was, ooh, I love the tweed. I love the color. Premier Mega Tweed. It reminds me very much of Charisma Tweed. But it's chunkier, obviously. Charisma is a number 5, and this is a number 6. Oh, love it. Love the color. Yellow, gold. So, that's what I picked up today. What else? What else I picked up? I picked up Bath and Body Works stuff because the stuff that we like, they have a True Blue foot cream that they don't sell in the stores anymore, and you always have to order it online, and I thought they got rid of it, but then I showed back up on the site, so we're all out, so I ordered, so you didn't need to know that. Okay, I think this is all definitely not as quick as I wanted it to be, so, the giveaway, 1,000 subscriber giveaway. What do I want to ask? Really nothing, but just for fun. Tell me what your yarn stash looks like, and do you have a mess? I will put in some pictures of this, you know, disreputable area that I have here. Is it as bad as mine? I'm not really looking for sympathy, but I am. Is it as bad as mine? It's really terrible. It's, like I said, it's just stressing me out, because I'm someone who likes to throw things out, and I just have a lot, which is what I was starting to say before. I don't like to throw yarn away. I don't know why, because these are my ends, and this is about the 4th time this bag has been filled of when I weave in ends. I don't toss them. They go in here. And so much so, I need to replace this bag. Oh, the other thing I did finish. I did have one finished item, which I didn't talk about. F-bombs. I'd shown one last time that I made as a gift. I've since made 8 of them. One of them, the last 2 I made, they were in green, and I totally didn't get to take a picture because I had to bring it the next day. So she chose one of them, but the bag of others that I made, I'll throw in a picture of the ones I did take a photo of, is actually at work, because the person who wanted it ended up having car trouble and didn't show up, wasn't able to come in. So it's at work, so she can take her pick on Tuesday. So that's pretty much what I finished. Just a lot of starting things and wanting to start things and wanting to do this. And I only have 2 hands, but in my head, I can do it all. Anyway, so for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, because I am all over the place, what does your stash look like? Is it as bad? It's really bad. It's really bad. But anyway, just for fun. This will be for 1 week. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in your video.
I'm being threatened. Video invasion.
I haven't tied it yet. I got your thing.
Thank you. Goodbye. He's starting a whole new hair journey, so he had to go get stuff for it. So am I, so I needed stuff. Anyway, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway for the 1,000,000th time. 1 week. So by my next episode, which hopefully should be around this time next week, we'll see. I will pull the winner. You have to be a subscriber. And hang on 1 second. Okay. I figured I should remind you all what the prizes were. So, one, I'm going to pick 2 winners. The first person I pick gets to choose what they want, and then the other person will get what's left. So, there is this, which is a huge tote bag. You guys probably have seen this at Joann's. So there's that, along with the pouch that goes with it. This will make a great little project bag. This will make a great house every project that you have project bag. So there's that. And then the other thing, there is a bag by Kalisha of Quirky Monday podcast, as I drop everything. This, and along with it comes the knitting needles from Darn Good Yarn. It's needles and there's a hook in the middle there. So those 2, that's one. And then the big bag and the pouch is another one. And then I will throw in some other things with it, so you'll just have to wait and see what that is. This is open internationally, but please be aware, if you participate and you win, you will be responsible for whatever charges that your postal service or what's the word, customs levy additionally on it, which I think is ridiculous personally, but who am I? Yeah. So going forward, I may do just mostly patterns or small things, because to be honest, shipping is ridiculous. Shipping outside the US, even within the US, going from one end to the other can be pretty pricey depending on the weight, or even if you have a big box, you get charged extra for the bigger boxes. So it may be patterns or something small, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. This is to say thank you all for coming by, for visiting, for staying, for watching, for commenting, for being part of this awesome community. And I'm making a lot of noise to myself, so it must be awful to you guys. So I'm going to go. Thank you once again for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.